Welcome to all of you. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the FIR filter structure realization. There are two major types of structural realization. One is the direct form 1 realization and one more is the lattice structure. In the first part, we are going to have two realizations, that is, one is the direct form 1 and one more is the linear phase FIR filter, and then the lattice structure. So let us take one after the another. Let us start with the direct form 1 realization. Let us go through the problem statement. Realize a FIR filter with impulse response h of n given by h of n is equal to 1 by 2 to the power of n multiplied with u of n minus u of n minus 4 using direct form 1. Here the h of n is given, but it is not directly given. So we need to calculate the h of n first, the values, and then we need to go further with the calculation. So let us first identify what is u of n minus u of n minus 4. So if we identify this, we are going to have the values 1, 1, 1, 1. Then identifying h of n, that is the total expression, we are going to have the values 1, then 1 by 2. This 1 by 2 is because of multiplication by this 1 by 2 to the power of n, then 1 by 4, then 1 by 8 we are going to have. Now writing h of n in terms of this expression, so we get h of n is equal to delta of n plus 1 by 2 delta of n minus 1 plus 1 by 4 delta of n minus 2 plus 1 by 8 delta of n minus 3. So we have got the expression for h of n. What we need finally to realize direct form 1 is we need expression for y of n. We need expression for y of n. So convert this h of n realization to h of z by applying the z transform. After applying the z transform, we are going to get h of z is equal to 1 plus 1 by 2 z inverse plus 1 by 4 z to the power of minus 2 plus 1 by 8 z to the power of minus 3. H of z can be realized as y by x. That has been done over here. In the next statement, we are going to have cross multiplication of x of z with the right hand side. So now the x of z is cross multiplied with the right hand side. We get y of z is equal to x of z plus 1 by 2 z inverse x of z plus 1 by 4 z to the power of minus 2 x of z plus 1 by 8 z to the power of minus 3 x of z. We need y of n. We are having y of z. We need y of n. So apply inverse z transform. So we are going to get the expression in terms of y of n. Now realize this y of n on the direct form 1 realization. So the procedure is quite simple. We can clearly understand this one. So totally there are 3 delay elements. So on this straight line we have created 3 delay elements. Each one z inverse stands for one delay element. So this is 1, 2 and 3 delay elements. So x of n minus 3, maximum 3 delay elements. Then start realizing x of n with the coefficient 1. So this is x of n and the coefficient 1 taken over here. Then after x of n minus 1, x of n delayed by 1, then it must be multiplied with 1 by 2. So that is taken over here. Add these two components. So that has been added with an adder over here. In continuation, 1 by 4 x of n minus 2. So one more delay element is added. It has become x of n minus 2. Multiply that with 1 by 4. So that is added with its predecessors. Then x of n minus 3 obtained. 1 by 8. So 1 by 8 we have taken over here, added with its previous representations. Totally the outcome is the y of n. So whatever the expression is present here, we have just realized that over the direct form 1 realization. Now let us get into the linear phase FIR filter realization. So this is a category under direct form 1 realization. The representation of the diagram is going to vary, the block diagram. The solution procedure remains the same. Let us go through the problem statement. Realize the linear phase FIR filter having the following impulse response. So H of n expression is given. This has been most recently asked for 6 marks. Let us go through the solution. H of n expression directly given. What we require is y of n we require. So at the end, when we get y of n, there I am going to say how to identify this linear phase representation. So now apply the z transform, we get h of z. H of z can be realized as y by x, and then the right hand side multiply x of z with the right hand side, so we get y of z, so and so. So we need y of n, so we need to apply inverse z transform for this one. Now applying inverse z transform, we have got y of n. Now once we got y of n, identify the midpoint. So this is going to be the midpoint. Total there are 5 values. So identify the midpoint. This is going to be the midpoint. With respect to midpoint, if we perform the folding operation, then the values which overlap on each other, their coefficients must be same along with their sign values. Try to identify that one. You can just identify it with respect to colors over here. See, this is the midpoint. If we perform the folding operation, then this blue color representation overlaps on this blue color. Coefficients plus 1 by 4, here also plus 1 by 4. Similarly, this x of n overlaps with x of n minus 4. Coefficient here also 1 and here also 1. So now this is a linear phase representation. So try to understand the concept. So whatever may be the length, irrespective of that, identify the midpoint, perform the folding operation. If the values which overlap on each other, if their coefficients are same along with its sign value, then we can consider that as the linear phase realization. Now those common representations are now grouped over here. 1 into x of n plus x of n minus 4 plus 1 by 4 x of n minus 1 plus x of n minus 3 plus 1 by 8 x of n minus 2. So this midpoint will remain separate. Now coming to the realization part. Now in the realization part, so these two combinations realize it together, then it will be multiplied with the coefficient value. That's why this representation has been done. Let us identify that one. So try to identify maximum amount of delays present within the given realization. So 4 is the maximum delay we are going to have. Therefore x of n is the input. On the straight line we are going to create total 4 delay elements. Then after start realizing. So x of n plus x of n minus 4 we are going to realize first. This is x of n, you can observe the line, and this is x of n minus 4. So these two lines are joined over here. Then it is being multiplied with the coefficient 1. So this is the coefficient 1 that is being represented over here. Similarly, x of n minus 1 plus x of n minus 3. So this is x of n minus 1 line you can observe. Then x of n minus 3, this is the line you can observe. So it has been added over here and it is being multiplied with 1 by 4, and that 1 by 4 is represented over here. So the last one is x of n minus 2 multiplied with 1 by 8. X of n minus 2, that is multiplied with 1 by 8 is being given over here. Now all these must be added together. Therefore one more adder we are going to make use of, where all these are added together to obtain y of n as the result. Okay, let us go through one more problem that is related to the linear phase realization. So almost same problem we are going to have. So anyway, let us go through the statement. Realize the linear phase FIR filter having the following impulse response. H of n, the representation is being given. The only change what we are going to observe here is the sign value of the midpoint. Otherwise the solution remains the same, right? Therefore, the solution procedure I'm not going to explain, only the sign is going to vary. So with respect to sign, if midpoint is going to vary, then it doesn't matter because we are not going to compare the coefficient of the midpoint with any other values. Therefore, just a sign variation is there. And this is what the final y of n we are going to get, and this is what the final realization we are going to have. So same problem, only the sign change with respect to the midpoint to indicate that midpoint has no effect with respect to its sign or the coefficient value. Okay, now let us go through the FIR lattice structure realization. Before getting into the problem directly, we must understand some of the basic concept. So that means how to realize the transfer function in case of FIR filter, and then with respect to FIR lattice structure, how we are going to compare the transfer function with that of the lattice structure realization, that we have to make one identification. For that, we are going to have this realization, mathematical realization for that. Okay, so let us get into this. The transfer function of the FIR filter is given by y of z divided by x of z is equal to a of z. That will be equal to 1 plus summation I is equal to 1 to m a m of I into z to the power of minus I we are going to have, where this small letter m is going to be the order of the FIR filter, and always a m of 0 will be equal to 1. So that's why this is what we are going to have, a m of 0. So that a m of 0 will be always equal to 1. Now with respect to that expression, let us consider order is equal to m, make a substitution, and let us identify how the expression is going to be. So now in the FIR filter transfer function, we are going to make use of the order m is equal to 1. Now substituting m is equal to 1 in the expression, we are going to have y of z divided by x of z is equal to 1 plus summation I is equal to 1 to 1, this is the m value, a1, this 1 is again m value of I z to the power of minus I. Expand this summation will range us from 1 to 1, therefore only one value, we are going to have 1 plus a1 of 1 z to the power of minus 1. So perform a cross multiplication, we get y of z is equal to x of z plus a1 of 1 z to the power of minus 1 x of z. We need y of n, therefore apply inverse z transform for this, we got y of n over here. Right, consider this as equation 3. The standard lattice structure for order 1 is given in this format. So we are not going to have the derivation of the diagram from the expression, what we did like in direct form 1 or the linear phase FIR filter. Here we are going to have the standard structure for order 1. This is the structure. For order 2, same part is going to extend for one more stage. We need to calculate K1 if the order is 1, K1 and K2 if the order is 2, like that it will proceed. In this case, we are restricting ourselves for order 1. So this is the expression for order 1 we have got, and this is what the diagrammatic realization of lattice structure for order 1. So input will be always x of n, then it is going to take a deviation into two parts, one delayed version, one straightforward version, and this is what is our consideration. F1 of n, the first stage of output, 1 indicates first stage. Similarly R1 of n, also first stage of output, and F1 of n is what we are going to consider as y of n, and that is what we require. Right? So with respect to actual calculation, we need to calculate K1 value over here. Okay, so let us take this further. Remember this expression 3, because we are going to compare this expression 3 with what we are going to get out of this diagram, and we are going to have realization for a1 of 1. Okay, now this is what the diagram we had got. Now the first order lattice structure has two outputs, f1 of n as well as r1 of n. Now let us identify at the beginning part, it is f0 of n and the r0 of n, and both of these two, f0 and r0, are nothing but the x of n representation. Now let us identify its realization finally. So that is what is being given here. f0 of n is equal to r0 of n, that will be equal to x of n. Now write an expression for f1 of n. How to write the expression for f1 of n? So it is the summation outcome. Then what is the input for this summation? f0 is one input, and from this point there is one more input, and this point is nothing but k1 multiplied with r0 of n minus 1 delayed version. So that is what is being written over here. f1 of n is equal to f0 of n plus k1 r0 of n minus 1. Right? So if r0 and f0 are same, then I can say the further expression also. We'll go through that next. Then writing the expression for r1. So here is the expression, similar expression we are going to have. So it is r0 of n minus 1, then f0 of n into k1 we are going to have. That's what the expression has been written over here. Now consider this equation 4, that is with respect to f1 of n, and the equation 3 that has been shown in the previous slide. So by comparison, over here we can say k1 is equal to a1 of 1 we can say, and that equation 3 that is available over here. We can make a direct comparison over here. So as I told you, f0 is equal to x of n, r0 is equal to x, therefore it is a direct comparison what we can make. So k1 will be equal to a1 of 1. So that is being written over here. That means the expression given for solution in the calculation part, that will be something like this. Now we can have a direct comparison. a1 of 1 will be equal to k1. So k1 value we have got directly. This is what the for the first order procedure we are going to have. Now let us get into the order 2. Procedurally it replicates the previous one, but only thing is it will get one step higher with respect to representation. So for order 2 we are going to have the y of n realization. The summation takes the range I is equal to 1 to 2 a2 of I z to the power of minus I. Expanding this, we got y of z. After applying the inverse z transform, we got y of n. So in the y of n, our interest is a2 of 1 and a2 of 2. So this is what the lattice structure realization for order 2. So up to this one it is order 1. Same replica, one more part we are going to have second order. So output of second order is f2 of n, because it's the second order output from the second order. So that is called y of n. The another side we are going to have r2 of n. Now we have got expression from the transfer function of the FIR filter, call that as expression 7. Now we are going to identify the expression out of this diagram. So now from the diagram we need to identify the lattice structure for m is equal to 2. So y of n is equal to f1 of n plus k2 r1 of n minus 1. So here we can identify that one. Y of n is nothing but f2 of n. So what is this y of n we are going to have? Outcome of this summation is what? Y of n. Now what is this outcome of summation? Now what is the input? So first stage output, that is f1 is one input, and then a delayed version of r1 is another input for this one. So that is what has been written over here. Right? Now I need to get back up to this point to have a final realization. Therefore, identify and replace f1 of n, identify and replace r1 of n minus 1. After doing that, we are going to have here, so y of n is equal to replacing f1 of n, f0 of n plus k1 r0 of n minus 1. Now replacing r1 of n minus 1, k2 is constant, that will remain as it is, k2 of k1 f0 of n minus 1 plus r0 of n minus 2. Now make the simplification for this expression. After simplification, we are going to get this realization. Now we are going to have r0 is equal to f0 is equal to x of n. Now replace all f0 and r0 by x. By x, we are going to have this expression finally. Now compare this expression with that of the equation 7. We are going to have a2 of 1 is equal to k1 plus k2. a2 of 2 is equal to k2. So a2 of 1 same, that has been reassembled over here. So by taking k1 as a common factor, we get this one. Then k1 will be equal to a2 of 1 divided by 1 plus k2. We are going to have this k2 can be replaced by a2 of 2. Therefore a2 of 1 divided by 1 plus a2 of 2 we are going to have. Right. So this realization seems a little bit complicated, but anyhow, by looking at this diagram, we need to understand from final stage in the backward direction we have to make a move and identify till we replace all the terms by x. Then only we can identify. So this is stage by stage manner. We cannot understand the final expression starting from the first expression. It is not possible. We need to go the step by step. We need to work out with a pen and paper. Then only we can clearly understand this mathematical realization. Thanks for joining.